Playing over to the fat lady sings.
Basha, right circle, cross-ice pass, woo! Stopped by Schlenker! Unbelievable! It's Caden Brown, crisscrossing to the middle. Down low pass, Maddox Schultz. Centering pass, Karimov in front, scores! Deschamps off the glass as it rolls out to center. Liam Pugh, stick handles it away, walks in, right circle, scores! His first WHL playoff goal!
Well, he just pickpocketed the Tiger right in front of his own bench. And he came in on a 2-on-1 with Caden Brown. Liam Pugh looked him off, kind of had the goalie leaning one way and then wired a wrist shot.
Brzgalov to the middle point. One-timer Tabashnik. What a save as he stops Sangram. Rebound and another save by Tabashnik as he robs Davis into the right circle as he gets a round of applause for the Fats faithful. Nick not on the right side. Cross-ice pass. Clausen skating into the Tiger zone. Left wing circle. Centering pass. Lansard scores! Zach Lansard with his second of this series. Now here's Karimov on a partial breakaway. Walking in left side, tries to drive in, takes it around the net, score! And that is goals in 3 consecutive games this postseason for the Russian. Jonas Wu across the line around Peranich, a feed in front, and Ruck is stopped by Tabashnik's glove. And a pass up the ice deflected in by Caden Brown. Rolling into the Tigers' corner. Wu gets smoked by Fawcett.
Smoke is right.
Man,
you don't see
leveled him.
You don't see Keith Fawcett throwing those big time hits very often, but
welcome to Pat's Cast, the unofficial Regina Pats podcast. It's episode 236. It's Game 4 post-game edition. We got Kevin as usual, Dante and Evan. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yep, happy to be back.
Yeah. Fortunately, we're talking a couple losses, but like Kevin and I and Evan talked after Game 2, this team is surprised, I think. And especially, tonight, it was a tough 4-2 loss, but, I mean, they were with Medicine Hat. I mean, last night, 8-2, that didn't tell the story of the game. Medicine Hat kind of got a little run away with it at the end there, but what is kind of your overall thoughts these last couple games? Start with Kevin.
We'll go with these guys first.
Okay.
I'll start.
Let's go with Dante.
Right. I think it's been a great series so far. I think Regina has really done everything they could. What we talked a lot about on the broadcast, and we just wrapped up the post-game show before I came down to meet with you guys, and what Kelly and myself were talking about on the post-game show and throughout the broadcast is, okay, how many grade A scoring chances did the Regina Pats have in Game 4? How many chances did they have to score? How many breakaways? How many on-man rushes? How many turnovers did Medicine Hat make that resulted in chances for the Pats, but they were not rewarded? Why? Because Regina just doesn't have the firepower that Medicine Hat has. They're trying, they're doing their best, but they're just not there in that cycle. Now, you look maybe next year or the year after, they're probably burying those chances, right? At least we hope. The difference is that Medicine Hat maybe had 4 or 5 grade A scoring chances. They scored on all those. That's just because they're a great team.
They're the Tigers.
So many players. Yeah, there's a reason why they have 13 or 14 players on the roster with double-digit goals. They've got the 2 leading scorers in the league. They've got the 2 leading defenseman scorers. They have a guy that probably would have been top 5 in league scoring in Andrew Basha had he played all the season with them and not start the year in the AHL with the Calgary Wranglers. So that's 5 guys on their power play, and sometimes all 5 of them play together that are just really good and are top players in the
really
Western
good
Hockey League. Very good. There's a reason why Medicine Hat averaged 5.5 goals per game during the regular season and went 16-1-2 in their last 19 games. They're just that good. And I was speaking with Will Bryant, the broadcaster of the Tigers, and of course Regina was looking to win Game 3 last night, and that would have been just the Tigers' second back-to-back loss of the entire season and the first since October. They haven't strung together consecutive losses all season long, pretty much. It happened just once earlier in the season. So
Well, you mentioned, the Pats held them to under 4 for only the 4th time this season in Game 2.
it was under 2.
Or was it under 2?
So just
two
the
or
fourth
under,
time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, tonight they held them to 4. I'm sure that's happened a few times this year, right?
Probably not much, though.
Not
Probably
very
not
many
much,
times.
No, I mean, like I
If
said,
they're
the
averaging
team
5.5,
averages 5.5 per game. They led the WHL in goals. They were first in power play percentage at 32.2%. The Ruck Twins led the entire WHL in power play points and power play assists. Andrew Basha was well above a point per game over the course of the 20-plus games that he played after coming back from Calgary's American League team. And they just have a ton of depth. I mean, you look at the line that Willie was rolling out there, the Parr, McCann, and Newton's line. It's a very effective line. There's a reason why they went out and acquired Cam Parr from Spokane, because they needed an older fourth-line guy that could really, chip in with some physicality and kill penalties and stuff like that. And, I was speaking with James Tubb leading into, games 3 and 4, and he was like, Cam Parr coming back into the lineup is just what this team needs after losing game number 2,
I agree.
4-2.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think he's a big, important piece of the team. And Regina has been feisty. They've been working extremely hard, but when you don't have as much skill as Medicine Hat,
Don't have the depth.
you don't have the depth, then it really becomes very difficult to compete and score. It's funny. I was speaking with, I forget who I was talking to earlier today, but we were talking about the differences between a baseball playoff series and a hockey playoff series. To me, in baseball, I think any team can win in a playoff series. Especially, say, for example, like the Regina Red Sox last year won the WCBL championship. Sylvan Lake was way ahead of them as far as the standings. Regina Red Sox finished 500. Sylvan Lake was right up there with Okotoks all year long. Well, the Red Sox got hot at the right time, and it's a best 3 out of 5. The previous matchup when they upset Saskatoon, who only lost like 10 games all year, was a best 2 out of 3. In baseball, like anything can happen if a pitcher gets hot or their lineup goes hold. Hockey is just such a different game and such a different sport. Same with basketball. It's just so hard when you don't have the firepower, right?
But-
and honestly, like the 5 guys they throw out on their power play, Medicine Hat, it's like a 5-man basketball unit.
Well, it's like an all-star team.
Yeah.
For the power play, right?
But one thing before Evan, Brad mentioned in the post game tonight, he said they'll go back, watch the video, and he said we won't be disappointed in the shots, the chances. Like Dante said, it's all there. It's right there. The Pats are right there. Just couldn't finish. Unfortunately, how many breakaways do they have? They probably outchanced Medicine Hat tonight, right?
Breakaways as Jace Eglin had.
Yeah.
I know. Like
Exactly.
oh man, you just feel for the guy. He's got to get one. Go ahead, Evan.
Lots to unpack with that, obviously. Couple different directions I could even go with that, but I'll just say, after we spoke the first 2 games, after we spoke about those 2 games, coming into Game 3, coming to the rink, I don't know if any of us really knew what was going to happen in terms of the Regina Pats. I didn't personally know what team was going to show up. I think every game that they've played in this series, they've been right in the mix. They really haven't been out of it until later on. The first period has been their best period for the most part, aside from, I'm saying their start. But the problem is that this team is so good, Medicine Hat, is just when you get a little bit of momentum, they have that experience. They're able to just kind of make their way through it. They score right away. They take that momentum back right away, home or away. And, yeah, I mean, kind of like what Dante said, and I've even talked to some of these other guys, on the team and being on the road and stuff, is, they know what they're up against, right? Like, they totally know what they're up against, and I think they've held their own. I think Medicine Hat has had more of the breaks as of late, especially in games 3 and 4. But even going back to what Chris had said about the power play drought and some of the scoring droughts and just the bounces not going their way, Brad said that, I don't know exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of when you're not getting the opportunities, that's when you're in the scoring drought.
Yes.
But with them,
They're getting chances.
they're getting the chances. They've had a lot of. I even look at that third period, guys, of Game 4, and to me, they had plenty of grade A opportunities that just didn't fall, and they couldn't capitalize. Tons.
It's a 2-goal game. You just never know. I mean, Carter Casey was really good. I mean, I was quite surprised that they didn't go back, but Kelly brought up something on the pregame show tonight that kind of stuck with me. But he was like, Medicine Hat is planning on having a long playoff run.
Yeah.
They need to keep both their goalies fresh.
Keep them fresh.
They're not just going to. I mean, no offense to the Regina Pats, but Willie's probably thinking like, I'm confident in both goalies.
Confident, exactly.
You know,
right.
and it's not like Casey didn't perform over the course of the season, and he had been very good in the season series against Regina.
He was like 19-3 in the season, so
Yeah.
he was pretty good.
He was pretty good, and goals against was 3, so it's not terrible. Save percentage was like
But-
882.
But when the team outscores the opposition
Yeah, it doesn't
5-3,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And on top of that, like you look at his starts against Regina, he stopped 28 of 30, March 3rd, and then March 10th, he picked up a shutout. So,
Yeah, I thought they had some chances early on him. He gave up a lot of rebounds. It's unfortunate the power play really struggled, and they were really struggling on the zone entry, right? Like they couldn't get into the zone.
couldn't get over the blue line.
They couldn't get it in, and then they had it was like 40 seconds to go, and they had a good run there on.
it's kind of hard when you got those 2 Finnish defensemen back there.
Yeah.
And it was last
or
night.
Van Mulligan and stuff.
Yeah, it was last night. It must have been half a dozen times that the Pats tried to chip it in. They were knocking it out of the air, right? Like back the other way. Like it was like 6 times, and it was just they were really struggling. It's too bad because once they got in, they had a couple opportunities on the power play, but when you're down to 30 seconds, you can't do much with that at the end, right? So, and like I said, Brad's confident in the power play coming back, but man, it's getting it's been a while, and it's getting late here.
Brad said to cancel your Easter Sunday plans, so he thinks you're coming back.
The backs are against the wall.
You got to have confidence, right? You can't.
Yeah.
Well, they're like honestly, this team's not going to back down. They're going to come out real
backs
hard.
against the wall.
They came out real
I
hot
guarantee
tonight.
it.
There's no tomorrow, so it's you gotta play. You gotta win if they want to continue on. They gotta win.
Yeah.
They came out real fast start. I thought you get that first goal too. Again, kind of like last game, but not like last game. But that's the thing. The starts have been good. Just got to weather that storm. Like you said, after scoring a goal, they're giving up the goal still. Right?
Hasn't been a game that they haven't been ready for in the series. Like they've come out ready to go, and every
right?
game they come out and been ready to go. Like you said with Parr, though, I think that
he's in it. He's in the mix.
At this point, he's an X factor to me. Like when he came here in Game 3 and 4, I look even at Game 3, and he's just in the grill of Liam Pugh, Maddox Schultz, for example. Like he just knows, man.
Oh, he's been to the league final,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He just knows.
He
knows what he's doing. Right?
He's the
He's
third
the
man
best.
in on the scrums. Like Klassen, and I can't remember who was it with behind the net, and then Park comes right around
He
behind
just comes
Klassen
in, and he's right
gives
in
the
there.
old face
That's
wash.
exactly
and
it.
I guess what a
It's the
lot of people
experience.
are wondering. I mean, on the road, obviously, no Maddox, no Liam.
Yeah.
Right?
Your lineup changes now.
We expect. I mean, you have to think they'll play.
I'd be shocked if they win.
I'd be very shocked if they're not here playing regionals, right?
Because isn't that the semifinal day for regionals?
No, it's just round robin, and then the top
round
2
robin.
play on
Okay.
Sunday.
Yeah, so that's real interesting. I mean, yeah, we'll see what Regina is able to go with. Obviously, Fawcett, in the lineup.
That's nice. Yeah,
Bridgman left tonight's game in the second, did not return.
yeah, that's not
Connor
great.
Baird not available right now, given that he was hit pretty hard in that game against the Tigers in Game 2.
That was a big blow, I think.
Rollison probably will come back in, I assume.
Yeah. Bear was really starting to get his game going. And
Yeah, I really
it's a big
like
blow.
Bears' game in the second
Yeah.
half, to be quite honest.
It's a big blow for the
It's another
Pats.
tough break for that kid.
Yeah, for sure.
To be quite honest with you, but
This year for sure, yeah.
yeah, but I thought Tabashnik played really well in Game 4. From talking to Ryan Smith after the game on the post-game show, he was like, it wasn't our goalie's fault.
No,
Definitely not.
Really, some not great turnovers.
Yeah,
just like
absolutely,
just like in Game 3, like those kill you. And listen, and I said this on the air tonight.
That's like a broken record with the Pats this year.
Yeah, exactly right. And I turned around and I said, well, it's not like I said to Kelly, I was like, it's not like Medicine Hat hasn't made mistakes. It's not like they haven't turned the puck over. I mean, they do turn it over.
Yeah.
They were played a little bit loose, a little bit free, and their goalie made some good saves. And again, I mean, you look at what Brad brought it up in last night's post-game interview with you guys, and like I think he mentioned that if Keats Fawcett scores on that penalty shot, it's 1-1 and it's a different game, right?
Yeah.
Well, and also
Krimov had
the
that-
whole Eglin thing too, but
Yeah, Krimov had a breakaway that would have made a 1-goal game.
Yeah,
and then,
that's true too. Yeah, he also had a
last night.
chance. He's had a great series.
Yeah, I thought
Krimov.
maybe
Yeah,
they
he's
got
amazing.
they got behind
Oh,
the
yeah.
8 ball a little bit with, Schlichter gave up. I think.
I want to say this though. We're really learning, guys. Who knows how to play when the game gets hard?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Who doesn't?
I was thinking the exact same
Who
thing.
raises their
100%.
game? and who does not. I think this is going to be very important for the coaches and for management to watch this series and say, okay,
100%.
Is that fair to say?
Oh, yeah. That's fair to
Yeah.
say.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, because the level's raised here. Who's up to the challenge, right? You want guys.
And I think
that can,
Karimov has really elevated his game.
I think he's been
But,
our best forward, man.
You know,
He's been the best.
Yeah.
I asked Ryan Smith about this after the game, and he was like, Dante, we've seen this all year. Like, is this a surprise? Like,
No.
And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right.
I also
He
think
plays hard.
it's the way he plays, though. To me, it's his
Yeah.
play style. Like,
Yeah.
he's played like this throughout the entire season
Yeah,
to
so
me.
he's slow. I've seen it.
So
I've
if you
been
add
on him
his-
since mid-season,
exactly.
If you add his playoff numbers with his regular season numbers, I did it tonight. He would be 64 games played because he only played 61 during the season, so it'd be 65. Sorry, and he would have 20 goals and 43 points.
Well, I think he's a 20-goal scorer, though. Like, yeah, I could see that for
he
sure.
only
Like
had
next
17
year.
during the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
But-
could see that.
But
for
now
sure.
he has 3 in the playoffs, so that's 20.
Yeah.
But you see his complete game.
Lansford scored 2 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Karimov's complete game. He likes to finish checks. He's
Yeah.
in the mix.
He's in the mix.
He
You see that
back
hit on
checks
Wu?
too.
Oh,
Smoked him into the camera area.
no, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, he had a big hit there, and then obviously Fawcett really.
Fawcett had a
Yeah,
big
the
one.
Fawcett
No,
had
no,
the one at
but
the
that
end.
was before that.
Yeah,
Do you think that they're not targeting those guys, but do you think that they're trying to?
100%.
I would.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know
I don't
you're
think
there.
they're.
I don't
doing-
think those
I
two
don't think
guys
they're
seem
doing
too
it
happy
enough.
right now.
Yeah.
I don't think
not.
they're doing it enough, to be honest.
They need to do it more.
Yeah.
They're not. I think
when
the
you
first,
dump the
like,
puck in and
first game
they're
they did.
turning, you got to finish your check on their star players.
You hit
100%
Okay,
of the
but when
time.
you don't have Bear and Rollison's not in the lineup. Well,
I
those
know.
are the guys
Well,
that
yeah,
can do it.
but they have other
Matthews
guys.
Paul,
But that's the
Whoever's-
thing.
Whoever's out there doesn't matter.
that-
The smallest guy,
certain
biggest
guys that can't.
Yeah, but Mathis Paul
I know
laid a
certain
big hit
guys that are
yesterday.
just not.
Mathis Paul
But
did it.
that-
guy.
Karimov
It
does
just goes to show you the compete level.
But that goes back to the thing: who's willing to play that game in the
it.
playoffs?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It boils down to
It
that.
doesn't matter.
the
It doesn't
playoffs
matter
is
if
a
you can
totally
score
different-
goals or not. You got to complete game, finish your checks, no matter what. Right? Like
Playoffs is a totally different beast. Like it's not a 68 game.
just coast. You know,
You're backs against the wall. You have to win 4. You lose 4, you're done.
I think you got to finish your check every time you dump it in on them. Those
I think
guys.
game 1 they did a great job of doing that. I know the game got away from them, but game 1 they did. Like, I think back to like what Pickford was doing, and he was not hurt in that game, but he was a little banged up, and
Yeah.
they've also had some guys that have been banged up.
Yeah,
and,
every team does at this point, right?
but like I look at Karimov, I look at Mathis Paul, I look at Connor Bear, I look at Shea Rollison, guys who are like able to do that because they do it all the time. But there's other guys, of course, that can step up.
Yep.
But going back to Karimov, ever since he's come here, I've really liked him. Even from the first game, I remember he's
too.
just someone plays with sandpaper.
he back checks too. He's taking a couple draws
He
tonight,
doesn't take.
right?
I honestly feel like he doesn't take a shift off. Like he's going 100% every single
Yeah.
shift. He plays the body. I mean, of course, everybody has their moments with things that happen, but
Yeah, for sure.
overall, he's been a great addition for this team. Like I honestly don't know where they'd be without him this year.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a free pickup, and at least he's been over North America for the season last year with Sarnia, right?
Yeah.
And he comes over here, and you just never know what to expect with an import, right?
I hope he's
Euro.
back next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
A year older.
Sometimes they can be a little soft, right? But man, he's. I don't want to compare to Ovechkin, but he's got that Ovechkin kind of style, right? He scores and he's
Russian.
willing to. He's willing
The
to.
Russian. Like
willing
Dante
to
says,
finish
the
his job.
Russian.
Yeah,
The Russian. Yeah.
but
So-
no, seriously, that's what he plays with though. Like he's so. This is like his style of hockey, like playoffs. Seriously, it is.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I
Dante
like
with
it.
the shenanigans.
So where do we want to go from here? We talked about Tabashnik. I thought, Schlenker gave a couple weak ones early last game, and I don't know if we said we weren't surprised.
Those
too
late
surprised.
goals, no matter what happens, those 2 goals with like 35 and 30 seconds left,
Oh, in
those
the
were
period,
killer
yeah.
last night.
I thought
Those
the
were
two.
killer.
I thought the first 2 goals 5-hole were tough, and then
Tough, but
then
then
Tabby
to-
gives up the 5-hole goal tonight,
Yeah.
which was on the backhand. That's such a hard play to read, right?
Yeah.
Because the guy's got your back.
But
to
those
you.
those goals with 30 like a minute left or less in a
Yeah.
period.
Brad
to
said
have
that
2
today.
of those back-to-back
He said that as
periods.
well today. He's like the goals that are within the last minute of a period are the
Always
ones that kill
killer.
you. They
Always.
kill you. Yeah,
Always.
100%. And that happened. Like of course it happens. It's happened too often.
And
but
tonight too, it was
it's
a minute
just-
10 left. They scored
Yeah.
to
to
make it 2-1
to go into the first
so-
intermission.
they're in the game, and then once Medicine Hat is just scoring in bunches, and when they do that, and they get the momentum, and then they just
They can
the
coast. They
Habs
don't have to
coast.
worry.
That's right.
They
Yeah.
get the
And then you're
2
just
or
out
3
of
goal
it.
lead, and
So
I know, and Kevin and I were talking last night. The Rucks have been they haven't
held him in check pretty much.
Yeah, like they haven't been.
Dante and I talked about this as well today. Same thing. I agree.
Then
everybody else is
because
scoring.
last night, you see those 2 goals from Basher last night, and it's just like, whew, like unreal goals, right? And then Liam got one tonight. Liam Ruck got one tonight, right? I believe, but they've been kind of quiet. But but it doesn't matter. You got Davidson scoring. You got
all these other guys, all these depth guys are
right?
scoring, right? Like
Core scoring that one, right?
Yeah. Pickford scored a couple. Wu had the big game one.
Yeah.
And then like the Ruck twins. Like I said to him, I remember after game 1, and I said to him, I'm still waiting for the Ruck
to show up.
I'm waiting for their game. Like you feel like they're gonna have a game where their fingerprints are gonna be all over it.
Hasn't been yet.
Hasn't happened yet.
No.
So.
But
knock on wood.
Just the depth, right? You just can't. You shut down one guy or 2 guys, one line.
Yeah,
but the other guys step up, right?
Comes down to that, right? Like you look at the depth that they have, and championship team for a reason, right? They got to be able to go. Got to be able to go for the long haul. So
100%.
Yeah. So I still say they got robbed in Memorial Cup. So they got robbed. Rob job.
Well, I mean they beat London last year in the regular preliminary,
round robin,
right? Round robin, and then it's just London's year. I mean they lost in the final the year before that. So
yeah, no, for sure. So. What else we got? Anything else you want to touch on here?
What are your thoughts on goaltending for Game 5?
I don't know.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Go back to Tabby?
I think you go Tabashnik.
Yeah.
Dante said Tabby. He's over there in the corner. He says Tabby.
Yeah.
I think you go with Tabby again.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been more consistent down the stretch, right?
If
he's played better, too.
Yeah, I don't know. If things get going squirrely right early.
Yeah,
you can go. You got 2 options.
You have the option,
right?
So.
It's true.
Schenker hasn't been bad, but just Tabashnik's, I think, just been a little bit better.
That's definitely a fair assessment. So.
But and then the lineup obviously is going to change. So maybe some different guys coming in. Maybe Rolson and whoever else is in can provide that little more grit.
I don't mind it. Obviously, you want to have Maddox and Liam in the lineup, but look how they won Game 2. Right?
Yeah, won without them.
They showed their grit with what they had.
Physicality.
They won with what they had.
A tight game all the way through. That's what it's going to be. Like Medicine Hat can win these games 6-2, 8-2. They could blow the Pats out.
Yeah. Yep.
The same can't be said the other way around. That's not going to happen.
No, they're going to have to win the 2-1, 3-2 games, right? You got
2-1, 3-2, 4-2 empty net. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Need to hang on and keep it as low as possible. Yeah. And Dante has bailed on us. Left his phone and stuff, but
that's what it's going to have to be.
He talked himself out already. But it's be interesting. Yeah, but Brad said after Game 2, I think it was James Tubb asked him, well, the kid's going to get in the lineup, and he said, well, kind of hard to change the lineup when you win a game. So
he did say that.
But I mean, are you going to say no to the kids?
Yeah.
So
they were keys during the season. They were.
I also I don't know if it's his necessarily final call. I know he's the head
Definitely
coach,
not,
but there's other things
for sure.
That go into that. But I don't know.
We did talk about we were maybe going to be surprised if they played tonight, and they did, right?
I think if I said this to I think Kevin before the game. I think if we had won Game 3, I don't think they would have played Game 4.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I would have figured they would.
But I think they figured they could have maybe won tonight, and you play Pugh and Schultz and give yourself the best chance.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I can't remember who they play on Thursday, but Friday is the Moose Jaw game, and I think that's their primary team that they got to deal with. Yeah, because the Northern
playing Ontario first, then these guys don't need to play.
No, I was just about to say that's a no. That's not a game.
I don't know. The Bruins are decent, no?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Honestly, it's. Yeah, we all know who the 2 best teams are.
Yes, 100%.
But you look at how the Patsies played without Maddox
pretty
and
good.
Liam. They were pretty darn good.
They pretty short?
They play short every game, no matter what.
Even when Maddox and Liam play, it's always 9.
Those guys play like 36 minutes a night. So
yeah. Even when they play, they only play with like 10 forwards sometimes. 5D.
Yeah.
So they're used to it. So give the main guys a chance.
And they do just fine, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it'd be interesting.
Do you think they have a chance if they win this tournament to go back to back? Well, yeah, if they have Maddox and Liam, then
potentially, yeah.
I think so.
Why wouldn't
not?
They? Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Why not?
Where is it being hosted? I don't even know.
Peterborough, Ontario.
It's being Peterborough,
There you go. Okay.
I don't know. Those Ontario teams are pretty good.
Yeah, usually the Quebec team's pretty good too. Yeah. The main Quebec team is usually pretty strong.
Well, I never. I guess some of the Ontario teams wouldn't be as good because some of those guys play junior A and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's why they're a little bit.
The whole
less.
hockey scene has changed.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way the development thing works out there is different. Like you'll see a lot of 16-year-olds play junior B or junior A,
Yeah.
right? That are like
In Saskatchewan,
OHL drafted. It's
Yeah,
different
yeah.
here. Like
Saskatchewan is notoriously old in the AAA in
Yeah.
the under 18.
Yeah.
It is.
Whereas like, yeah, you won't see guys go to junior until like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like in Saskatchewan you're playing junior A on the way down, right? Other provinces you're playing junior A on the way up.
Yeah.
Right? Younger
That
guys,
is, like,
right?
Like for like the Ontario leagues, like because they're not getting NCAA commitments, right?
Mm.
Like
No.
they're using that as for young players to like go play major junior.
Yeah. Start playing junior, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then like for example, like I remember when I was doing junior B back in the day in Ontario, like we had guys that were like, OHL picks, and they weren't playing U18 anymore. They were 16 playing junior B.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of like, I guess, what it's like there, but not as many 15-year-olds playing U18 AAA. A lot of So yeah, I think Pat C's have a great chance.
Yeah. Hopefully they can come out of Regina here and then make a good run at it. But yeah, Moose Jaw's going to be tough. It's going to be a one game. I mean, I assume if the two of them get to the final,
That'd be a good game.
it should be. Yeah.
Got to avenge themselves, maybe. But they're going to try,
Yeah.
of course.
Try, right?
But then we'll wait and see
Back-to-back
for that.
years.
Would be crazy.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
I don't know. For the Pats, Brad says, like I said before, with the whole Easter plans, if you're celebrating Sunday, to cancel them.
Oh man, I'm hoping. I'm
yeah,
hoping.
they want to. I mean, even McNutt said
I don't
McNutt
have
says
any
he
either.
wants at least one more game in Regina.
That's
What he said, and maybe they can look no further than to the Edmonton Oilers. He said we want to drag them back to Regina, no different than
Yeah.
dragging them back to Edmonton. So
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta
You
go
know?
to Medicine Hat and you gotta come home. So
well,
might as
yeah,
well
and
bring
you
them
never
back
know,
here.
right? They got to come all the way back here. You think they want to come back here? They want
Heck
to win
no.
on home ice. They want it to be done,
Yeah.
right? So,
Win it in their barn. Beat them in their barn again.
and you know what? Like, take it one game at a time.
Exactly.
Obviously, but like, you
There's-
never know what could
There's
happen.
literally no tomorrow for them.
Yeah.
Come Saturday, there's no tomorrow.
No.
If they lose, they're done.
And if you win one, then guess what? You come back here and you have a chance to tie the series
You have
Exactly.
another
At
one
home,
to win.
right?
at home.
Exactly. Another one.
So.
Another one to potentially win.
I don't think
Maybe-
the confidence wavered at all. So,
Yeah. No, I mean,
My whole thing going into this playoffs was I wanted them to have a good series.
yeah.
it's been
Other than
I think it's
30
exceeded
minutes
my-
here, 20 minutes there,
Mhm.
it's been a good series. Like
Yes.
they can be proud
Yes.
because they got a bunch of guys injured. I
Yeah.
know everybody's got injuries, but their key guys have been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Losing Bear is is stinging, I'm sure,
Yeah.
because he had been playing well, but they have played well. Like you can't.
The scores haven't been
No,
exactly the
but you
telltale of
watch
what's
the
happening,
game,
right?
exactly.
So if you watch the game, you know.
Yeah. It's exceeded my expectations because I just seeing those last couple games against Medicine Hat.
How
I
many
was just
people,
like,
honestly, that you've talked to figured the Pats would win a game against Medicine Hat?
Nobody. I didn't think they'd even.
I didn't
yeah.
think so either. Like,
Yeah, I said
I wanted
didn't
them
think-
to play good hockey. I didn't expect them to win a game.
No.
And
Yeah.
hey,
we were
they
hoping
won
for
a
it to
game.
be close,
in
right? In
Medicine Hat.
on the road
That
in a game
blew my
too.
mind.
They split in the road.
I know.
Exactly.
right?
That
Like,
blew my mind.
You look at Red Deer tonight. They squeaked out a game for a win over PA, right?
Yeah.
Backs against their backs against the wall, and they
Mhm.
squeak one out, right? They had what was it, Kevin? 12 shots. They
Uh,
scored 4. Like
Oh, wow.
that's
13 shots final. It was 38-13.
38-13.
And they won 4-3.
who was in net for
Orsaluk.
No, for Red Deer.
Red Deer was Condro.
Condro.
Oh, Condro, yeah.
So, so you never know. Let's see what happens. Like I said,
Spokane
the
won.
team looks prepared.
I got one more thing to say.
Okay.
Now, obviously, things have changed now that we look at the out-of-town scoreboard, right? But coming into today's game, there were just 2 series in the entire WHL playoffs, right?
That weren't 3-0.
Where it wasn't 3-0.
Yeah.
Saskatoon and Edmonton, that series tied up at 2.
Not surprising.
And then Regina, Medicine Hat. I think that's a feather in the cap.
Oh, yeah,
What these
100%.
guys have been able to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you look out west, all the lower seeds are down in their series, same in the east, really.
Yeah.
Although Red Deer is forced to game 5. Seattle, 3-0.
Yeah.
They were down 3-0 going
They
into
took
this game.
Penticton to overtime in game 1. But
Yeah, they did.
They're as of right now, they're up 4-3 with 47 seconds left. Seattle. So
Okay.
And Spokane.
Anyways.
Spokane beat Prince George tonight.
So no sweeps.
3-2. And Portland lost 6-3.
Okay,
So
so
they're
that's
done.
the only sweep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, I meant going into.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No.
We
for
were
sure.
we were the first lower seed to actually
Yeah.
burst the
you
burst
look
the
at
bubble,
the
so
other
to
leagues
speak.
too, and there wasn't much. I think.
The OHL, it's completely just blown out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just chalk, right?
That, have you seen the Flint Owen Sound series?
38-3 were the goals.
It's like 38 to
and
3
the
in
shots
the 4
on
games.
goals were like crazy.
Yeah,
It was
Flint
like
swept, scoring 38 goals, giving up 3.
yeah.
Yeah. They weren't even
There's-
close. Like the last game was I think
hasn't been
6-1.
6-1. Yeah,
That
in
was the
last
closest
game.
one in the series.
Yeah. The other thing you have to remember is like, okay, we've talked about how we didn't really have much expectations, but Medicine Hat's been there, done that.
Yeah.
They're expected to go on a long run, whereas this is a big milestone to just make the playoffs for us.
Yeah, exactly.
So to win a game, to be in every game, like Medicine Hat has had to, after game 2, they've had to change how they've played the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what they've literally talked about, right? Willie said that we've been the
More
hungrier
hungry
team,
team, yep.
right? Like they've
And-
had to change.
And did you notice how they were pretty cocky after in game 1, scoring those couple goals.
Go look at what happened last year in their postseason. They lost to Swift Current, one game,
Yeah,
the
and
opening
then-
round, and then they
and
just
swept.
Just
they
blasted
swept
through
everyone
everybody.
else except for Spokane.
And
They
They
blasted
went
everybody.
16-2 in the postseason last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It's pretty
But,
impressive. How
you
do you
know-
go 16-2 in the playoffs?
Yeah, for sure. But they were pretty cocky in that game 1, and then
And they had more points this year with their team.
Yeah.
I know. And, it's tempered down a bit. You notice that,
Yeah,
right? They
it
didn't.
has.
They had their little dance after the
the
fourth goal
start,
tonight.
yeah.
After the fourth goal,
But even last night when they got those goals, like they
Yeah.
didn't
They didn't.
over celebrate.
Yeah.
I don't think that they obviously they didn't expect what has come.
No.
No one really did, to be honest, but
that's just
definitely a
testament
wake-up
to
call.
these players.
Definitely been a wake-up
coaching
call.
staff. They've
Yeah.
really done a good job, right? So,
yeah.
but
But no, I don't know. It's a commendable efforts from Regina. So just got to keep it up. Not
Yeah.
done yet. Not dead in the water. Still afloat.
Keyboard
so.
warriors can put their keyboards away.
yeah, and go touch some grass.
Enough.
Shovel some snow.
Enough.
Wash
Yeah.
the
I'm
cars.
getting sick of this.
Yeah.
Guys on Twitter. They're driving me nuts. And I see it. Oh, I know
Everybody
who they
sees it.
are.
Facebook.
Yeah, I like the Medicine Hat fans were not happy with me, but that's cool. I like it. At least someone actually cares and they're listening.
And it wasn't
Yeah,
just
they're
Medicine Hat
watching.
fans. It was other fans too.
What did you
Yeah,
think
you
of
guys-
Brad's post-game comments, eh?
You guys got mixed up a little bit there.
What did he say?
I don't know the exact quote. It was something with the keyboard warriors, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good.
But anyways, any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
I'm good, boys.
Go
Still-
Pats.
Still afloat. So keep it going. Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
Pats. I want an Easter Sunday game.
Yeah. Let's be back.
Let's
here.
go, boys.
I got no plans. Let's go.
Let's go.
Imagine this goes 6 games. That would be.
That'd be a good doubleheader in Regina. You got, I think, the finals at noon, and then 6 o'clock here.
You
right?
can still
Yeah.
consider this quote unquote run, whatever, first round series a win, like, right? Like,
Oh,
considering.
definitely.
But if it goes 6, I mean, you chalk it up, dust off the hands. I'm okay with it. But
Oh, yeah.
it would be awesome.
Making the playoffs was my expectations.
Yeah.
Playing against Medicine Hat, I was scared.
I said
I
I'd
had
rather
zero
play PA.
expectations in the playoffs. I just wanted
Yeah.
to play good. They've got the 1 win.
Yeah.
Make it 2, and then maybe make it 3,
Yeah.
and maybe make it 4. But
Just start with 1.
that's
what Brad said. Start
that's
with 1.
way above expectations now. That's more of a
Want.
want, a fan want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Start with 1.
Yeah.
Not,
One at a
not
time.
impossible. They've done it before. They've literally won in Medicine Hat
yeah, exactly.
in the last week, so it's possible.
It is.
I don't think they're
100%.
lacking confidence, right? They like Brett said, the chances are there, right? Like
Yeah.
it'd be different if they didn't have any chances. They would just get blown out of the water, and they're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
So
Chances are there, and they've led in.
Chances
in
are
the games,
there.
right? So
Keep the chances down. Keep
Against-
Medicine Hat shots down.
yeah.
That
it
helps.
doesn't even matter if the shots down. It's just the quality shots,
Yes,
right? Because they
that's,
have kept Medicine Hat in check for game 3. They had 16 shots in that third period, but up to that point it was pretty good. But yeah, like the first 2 games under 25 shots, right? But it's the quality,
Yeah.
right?
You can't hold them. They
No.
can't score in bunches either, right?
Yeah.
Like, you need to have a better second shift after scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
but-
key.
Scoring, shutting them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, well, that's all we got. That's all we got. So
See ya, Dante, wherever
Yeah.
you went.
Bye, Dante.
I guess he's gone. he just bailed on the
exit
podcast.
stage, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, gentlemen, for jumping on, and talk to you later.
Go Pats.
Go Pats.